you are just starting out on the road like us, or looking to become a full-time RVer in the future, keep watching as we're going to share our experience on our first ever campground stay, which happens to be a part of our 1,000 Trails membership.
My name is Trey, and my fiance Jessica and I have been living out of our fifth wheel for a little over a week, and we will admit there are a few things that we still have to learn from the pros, but if there's anything that we can share, it's the experiences at the campgrounds and our travels along the way.
So let's talk about Alamo Palms. We purchased our 1,000 Trails membership back in November and quickly decided to fill in the dates. We originally tried to book Florida first, but as you will learn or already know, Florida is nearly impossible to get a reservation in the winter if you do not book early. So our next stop took us to Alamo, which has a 1,000 Trails resort, which is technically an Encore RV resort location, but shares some RV sites for the 1,000 Trails members. When booking this resort, we checked the reviews and sitting at a 4.4 out of 5, it seemed like a good fit, so we booked a spot and hit the road from North Carolina. 1,400 miles later, checking in, not knowing what to expect, we pull into campground around 4 p.m. on a Sunday, and our initial worry was that the front office was going to be closed, leaving no one to let us in, which was partially true. The front office was closed, but the check-in station was open, and the staff greeted us with some warm smiles and provided us our welcome packet and told us where the site was. One problem we found was that our spot was really cramped, but without us even having to check, a staff member showed up like an angel and guided us to a different spot with more room. From there, we backed in and set up for our 2-week stay. This resort does have a few amenities, and the one big thing for us on this trip was having to have a laundromat, as we had to leave our washer behind since we found out on moving day that it didn't fit through the door. Oops, which was our fault. This resort in particular offers a gym, recreation hall, pool, mini golf, and on-site dumpsters. But for me, the thing I like most is knowing that one lap around the edge of the park makes 1 mile on the dot. I'm a runner, so it helps out with the math. Another thing you might look for is the community. In the winter season, I was told that South Texas is a well-kept secret for those who want to avoid Florida. We couldn't just land a reservation down there, so we ended up here. And the biggest thing you will notice is that most of the folks live here. So in the community aspect of things, people like to mingle and will offer some good restaurants down the street if you ask. Our first site was a bit cramped for a 36-foot rig, but fortunately, a team member quickly moved us to a different site that was very spacious. The sites themselves are pretty standard with 50 amp services, full water hookup, and sewage connections with the concrete patio. However, you may want to bring some leveling blocks because the spots can be somewhat uneven. But other than that, it's a pretty regular campground site. Is there anything nearby? Alamo is a small town known for the land of two summers and is about 15 miles away from Mexico. Outside of having great Hispanic restaurants and learning more about the battle at the Alamo, there does not seem to be much else here that's out the ordinary. Though it's worth mentioning, since this was our first week, we focused more on getting to know our rig and making it home and didn't get to venture out that much. So I'm sure that if you come down here for a visit, you'll have a much different experience than we did. And we heard there are some great beaches about an hour away.
Next stop, we head over to a place right next to Big Bend National Park, which we're both excited for because this is our first time ever in a desert. So feel free to subscribe to the channel and keep up with us on our next adventure. Peace, much love.